What's up, everyone? We're back today with another video in sunny Arizona. I'm at my friend's house and I was talking to actually both of my friends yesterday about an interesting topic, which is how people's environment shapes them. Generally speaking, we know that nature versus nurture. We know that we are affected by our environment to a large degree, and what more influence do we have when we're young than our family, our parents? Of course, you can have school teachers and other things, peers influence you as well, but really the home, the family unit is the most critical thing to look at. And my friend, we got into a discussion. I'm not going to go into the details of the discussion because it could be seen as controversial, but basically he revealed that a bishop at his church that he used to go to revealed the type of people, because he had spoken to like thousands of people, and they say it takes a village, right? And in this community, it was a Mormon community, he had spoken to so many different members of all these different families and all within this area. And he's told my friend, as you're going throughout life and as you are going to find a partner and a person to, have kids with, have a family with, he just said, be very aware of their family dynamic, and how they, if there's a lack of a strong father figure in the family and a lack of a caring, nurturing mother, and the harmony between those two things. In a broken home, it is very hard for a lot of people to get past that, because regardless, we talk about on this channel, obviously, like your mind and your subconscious mind, right? Well, the subconscious, we've talked about this so many times, that the subconscious is constantly picking up from its environment. You are constantly sending out and receiving. And if from such an early age, from being born up until 7, 8, and all throughout your teenage years, you are in this kind of environment that is not conducive to you learning how to have healthy self-esteem for yourself, you learning to have healthy relationships with others, learning to have healthy communication with others, then you're picking up and you're absorbing into your consciousness and your subconsciousness all of these traits and these behavior patterns that are not going to produce a person with, like I said, basic self-esteem, integrity, compassion for others, the values, like seeking to understand where others are coming from. Sometimes I've noticed that people that don't have proper upbringings, they also can tend to be very selfish, and it can be hard for those people to make friends. They say sometimes that only children have this, and it could be that could be the case. However, I'm an only child, and I've had a success at making friends, and I think that a lot of it really has to do with that relationship between the father and the mother in the home. And this isn't to say, again, that this isn't something that you can overcome. I believe that you can, but I believe that it takes work to do this. Much like, talking about affirmations, robotic affirmations, or working on your mindset and self-development, the self-awareness and the awareness and the acceptance that you might not know, or that you might not be aware of certain things and habits and things that you picked up from your family, and then observing those behaviors in others, and then being honest with yourself, getting past the denial phase. Because when you're in denial, you won't take a look and be honest with yourself. Look, where is it that I am kind of missing the mark here, or missing a piece here? Why is it that I'm getting the results in my life that I'm getting? Why is it that I don't seem to be able to keep healthy relationships with people? Why is it that no matter what I do, I keep pushing people away? Why is it that I don't have a healthy relationship with my members of my family? Or why is it that I don't have healthy friendships, healthy romantic relationships? And what is it that I can learn and improve? And a lot of the time, therapy can help with this. And it also helps to have positive role models. And that's why I'm so big on self-development. I mean, when you read a book, when you understand somebody that's been through something before, somebody that has lived a life that is worthy of emulating, and this is what we were talking about yesterday with my friend, is like, what makes a good father? What makes a good mother? What makes a good family and a good home to bring up a child in? And one of my friends, he was like, oh, well, he's like, it sucks to say it, but my family wasn't an ideal family either. And we would actually be growing up and they would always be pointing out, why can't we be like that family? And why can't we do things like that family? And there's a lot of arguments. There's a lot of argumentativeness. There's a lot of blaming and a lot of unhealthy styles of communication. A lot of toxicity. And then my other friend was like, yeah, no, those can be aspects of what it is to have a good family. But he was like, no, what it is like, it's just simply being. Like, a good mother or a good father just is a good father or a good mother. And they know it, not only they don't have to convince themselves of it. You maybe it starts off like that for certain people, like the robotic affirming thing, it does work, right? But ultimately, what we're looking to get out of robotic affirming is the awareness of being, the consciousness of that thing. And so if you're looking, for example, talking about this topic, to become a good father or a good mother, you have to dwell on the thoughts that person would dwell on. The love for your children, the desire to create a happy home for them, the desire to create a house that is free from drama, free from the toxic up and down emotions of fighting all the time and arguments, and there may be alcoholism and negative habits that are contributing to that environment that is less than ideal. And again, focusing on the negative things, you don't want to do that, but you want to basically just have an acceptance of them, a recognizing of those negative traits existing, so that you know which direction to go in, which is the opposite of that direction. And basically, with that being said, it's my friend back in the background, about to hit some putts. I'm going to read a little excerpt from this. If all exists within yourself and all is but an expression of your consciousness, no matter what you mentally became conscious of in the world of yourself, and if all is a reaction of your own inner doing, it seems that suddenly all goes back to the fact that this is all about yourself, all coming from yourself into this world of expression. Thus, we recognize at this moment that this entire world, what we experience, what we cause to appear or disappear, is solely an inner creative act. Your sole job as you walk throughout this world is to be aware of being yourself from a certain ideal state. In the first person, not dissociated to any other floating thought. Always being yourself from the idealistic, imaginary, realer reality you have first assumed and then dove into as you entered imagination in a silent moment previously, and anchored yourself to what you fell in love with and called your new state. That's part of this Reddit post, which is your only job throughout the day. And it is, yes, it is being aware of that state, that which you desire yourself to be. My friends are in the background talking, and I'm gonna wrap this up. Basically, many people who are unconsciously very aware of being self from a grand state are like automatons in their life, be it a cocktail, making a bartender, a doctor, any other man of talent that glides in their physical action and workings without noticing that their inner imagination guides their hands, as their passion lit the end visible within them. With that being said, guys, I hope that this has been helpful, and With that being said, like I said, I'm gonna film another video for you guys, but right now we got some action going on in the background, and it's a little bit distracting. One last piece of thing I'm gonna leave here. Essentially embody it, go all in. It's not about creating a separation between your imagination and your 3D. Your 3D is in your imagination. Any visualization work, affirmation work, etc. are only good as the changes that they make in your embodiment. Can you scream with finality, I have it, I've understood manifesting money completely, I am the master, and let that consume you? Can you scream, I am what I desire to be now? Every time the urge comes to read more, say it with certainty, I've understood it fully. Then see what you do next naturally. Maybe you do come on here to look at posts, maybe you don't. Those actions happen naturally and emerge from your statement. Would you rather your actions emerge from I don't know or from I know? By consumption, it means walking in that feeling. Then you realize searching is seeking is a feeling you are walking in constantly, and therefore manifesting constantly. Every time you say I don't know, it is something you are embodying. The I don't know, it is fine. Become aware and say instead, oh, I do know. I'm the fuller knower and knowing of it all, always. I promise, if you manage to hijack your awareness with all you desire as a present tense fact, and walk in it, reminding yourself of whenever you start being aware of something else, it will be seen. Keep releasing it into every moment you get. Have everything by reminding yourself of it at every moment. There's no right or wrong way. There's no wealthy or healthy people aren't always thinking about health or wealth. There's only the way you say there is. If you say there is a way you don't fully understand, then so it shall be. You will be fed with conflicting information because that is what you're embodying. Every moment is Judgment Day. What are you doing right now? Anyways, guys, much love as always. Like I said, I hope this video serves you in some way. If you've not done so already, hit this with a like, hit me with a subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video.